crypto pig locked in this magical universe, and I'm gonna huff, and I'm gonna puff, and I'm gonna blow the criminal gangster cartel out of the water that has locked me in here and fleece heisted and shysted you and walked away with all the fucking money. And we're gonna take them out one step at a time as I figure out how to get out of this vortex of hell. VINCENZO'S Gold Crypto Investing on this Sunday afternoon holiday update here. We got a lot of things going on here. I was quite busy, and from now on Saturdays, it's going to be a slower day of the cryptocurrency updates. There'll still be a couple of them, don't you worry. But I have my college football news that Saturdays is a full-blown college football day. We had a lot of activity on there yesterday. Picked up a couple of more followers. We're now at 11. And we had 600 to 700 views yesterday, which was very impressive for somebody that only had 6 subscribers going into the season or going into the college football yesterday, and we came out of the gate with 11. So we're very excited about that because things are trending in a positive direction there with all the pregame and postgame highlights. Check me out over there. But if you're wondering why Saturdays are a little bit less of the cryptocurrency, that would be the simple explanation and the honest and truthful explanation. And you can see the Bitcoin price right now. We're still sitting at that major support and resistance level right here, which is the old all-time high, and we've been straddling it for a few days now. And your downside target, if this breaks down below here, is all the way down here at $17,669. And as you do know, the market's closed tomorrow for the holiday, so the futures market won't be open for a couple more days. So there's going to be an extended dull trading with just less volume. So I wouldn't expect really a whole bunch of big moves. I would expect the big moves to take place sometime tomorrow, not today like you're used to seeing on a Sunday when the futures market opens, right? So we're going to be watching out for that in Bitcoin. But your short-term technical analysis in the micro time frame is that 19,969 is your critical support. If you're above it, you can bounce, and then you'd play the moving averages, possibly to 23,140. Or if you break down, you're going to more than likely come between that 17,000 and change to 16,569, right, is your short-term technical analysis there. The Ethereum price, you can see it's doing pretty similar to Bitcoin. And we got topped out here with major upper resistance with the red. And when you're below this red area, that's the red volume indicator. That's the mean of the whole volume in the history of Ethereum. So if you're below that, you're bearish. And you're going to hit it like this and get rejected, right? So you're more than likely headed down in your next major move, the $1,406.69 level, which is the uptrending green ring that has been acting as major support since the great dump all the way back here, right, when we had the big dump. And then if you break down from that, you're going to more than likely come all the way down to that $1,100 even mark, which is a major blue support zone, right, from when we flushed the first time. Because if you break that, unfortunately, you're coming to the next green ring. And the next green ring is all the way down here at $712. So that's what we're watching out for. And the Ethereum price, short-term support, 1406. Major short-term upper resistance, the volume indicator area up here at 1682, and then your major underneath support that you got to hold or you'd come down on a big flush is $1,100 even, right? So that's what we're looking at there. The XRP price, you can see right now the XRP, we're sitting on this major support level, which is the red support zone. And the red support zone actually is the major traded volume profile range. That's why we went from blue to red. And you can see that explains why we got a bounce, a bounce, a bounce, and a bounce right here. And then we're attempting to bounce again. Because when you're above this, it attempts to act as bullishness, and the buyers tend to be there. But the more buyers that buy up and it gets sold up, buy up, gets sold up, buy up, gets sold off, buy up, gets sold off, eventually the wall of buyers are going to be beaten down and thinned out. Just like ice, if you're standing on ice out on a lake, if you're on thick ice and you jump up and down on it, it's fine. But if the ice starts to melt or starts to get damaged, the next guy jumps on it and it just flushes right through, and you end up sinking down in the bottom of an icy lake and drowning because you can't get up because the lake is full of ice, right? And that's the same thing with the sellers. Eventually, the wall or the buyers, eventually the wall of buyers are going to be eaten up enough to where when you come back down through it, the buyers attempt to hold the fields and hold the lines and hold that level, but they get broken down and beat down so much, you just break through like on an icy lake. And 26 cents is your initial underneath major support, and that's the level if you break, you would come all the way down to that end of the year target a little bit early, between 18 and 20 cents, which is a technical target from a big symmetrical triangle pattern that XRP was in. If we zoom out to the macro time frame and the weekly time, you can see that what I was talking about beautifully. And this is where that technical target came out of, right here, where you were in this 12 and a half to almost 13-month symmetrical triangle upper resistance, a double top or I'm topping reversal pattern, and then rejected, and then the big flush down through, right? You had buyers stacked up here, but the buyers got eaten away and you flushed. And that could happen again if the buyers keep getting eaten away there, and then you end up coming down towards the golden pocket of accumulation, or AKA the shithouse in red down there between 11 cents and bankruptcy is your golden pocket. I'm targeting a mid-ground of 6 to 8 cents for a brief area of max accumulation before you start to finally round the bottom and trickle up with some fortitude other than the big spikes and the big sell-off, but actually turn a corner and consistently head to the upside, which I don't think that's going to happen until you get way out here, mid to late 2023, when you start to really round that bottom and stabilize. And by rounding the bottom, I mean like this, you were consistently down, and then you rounded the bottom, then you had a first higher high, and then a lower low, and then a big pump to the upside over a period of a few months that started the uptrending consolidation to the blow off top that happened last year, right? But I think that's still several months away in XRP, XLM, and all the rest of the cryptocurrency sphere. And you can see what you're looking at in XLM, another one of the coins I feel like you must own. You can see right now we're getting rejected by the 1.618 Fibonacci, and I think you're going to eventually, in the medium term, come down to that 2.618 Fibonacci, which is a technical target of this rising channel that you were in XLM. You had, well, my lines got moved a little bit, but you can see that rising channel. You get upper resistance, upper resistance, upper resistance, a slew of upper resistance that telegraphed that this was going to turn around, and you flushed right back through it, came to the backside, hit it as back tested it, and confirmed a breakout, then had a mini double topping reversal pattern, and then that played out to the downside beautifully until you're at another brief consolidation zone. And eventually, when this works itself out, I think you're going to end up between the 2.618 and the 3.618 Fibonacci retracement levels between the orange support zone, last line of defense, the shithouse, aka the golden pocket, and the top part of the shithouse, or the golden accumulation zone, right? So that's what I'm going to be watching out for over the next several days. If you have any coins that you want me to update today, you can go right ahead. We have an LSU Florida State college football game today that I'm going to be covering during the game with in-game highlights and in-game commentary and thoughts on how the game's progressing. Check me out over there. It's a fun and exciting football extended weekend here at Vincenzo'S Go Crypto Investing. Peace and love to my beautiful audience.